Hey, hey, Austin. How are you? How's the rest of your day been so far? All right. So, let's see if anyone's live besides me. All right. Hey, early. We got a early sighting from Skeeter. But before I do that, that is the theme music from my friend Hank's Art. Hank Hank has a drawing channel where he will do a 2 minute or less sketch of something. Today is, because it's Halloween, how to draw a cute vampire. Hank's Art is the channel. I can't drop the link unless you're on the desktop. It won't. I can try. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. You guys let me know. But I'd certainly appreciate it if you could appreciate him. If you could support him. I would appreciate it if you could support him. Austin says, how you doing today, Yogi? Austin, I'm doing pretty good. So, what I'm going to do, I want to leave a little comment there for our friend, for my friend Hank. Hopefully he will be your friend too. Sometime. I think you'll appreciate his art. He's a good guy. As well, our friend Skeeter is live. Pennsylvania Wild Boys. So, I want to pop in and say hi. We're going to share him out. Hey, poor man. Poor man says, sup, Yogi man. Hey, how you feeling after those Navy SEALs? So if you guys get bored with me, and let's be honest, guys, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to get bored with me. If you've seen 1 minute of Yogi talking, then you've seen an hour of Yogi talking. But if you do get tired of me, our friend Skeeter is live, and he is chasing channel catfish. And it looks like a nice light in central Pennsylvania. All right. Carl says, what's today's topic? Is that Carrie, right? Carl, sorry. Carl, don't have a topic yet. What do you want to talk about? What do you got for me? Pollyann says, oi. Oi to you, my friend. Pollyann is a pretty name. You don't know too many people named Pollyann anymore. It's a very traditional, but a very pretty name. Austin says, everyone hit the like button. Much appreciated. Austin saying hi to everyone. Sore. Tried one of Brian Lane's routine lunch. It's some more pain. Yeah. Brian Lane will do that. Brian Lane he's so deceptive because he's got so much power. He knocks off, 100 double Navy SEALs in 16 minutes. What did he do today? So for anyone who peeks in, the conversation doesn't always get off to a roaring start. Sometimes it does. Sometimes we take a little bit. Sort things out. You know what I mean? We build a tempo. I've been likening it to the past several days as jazz. You never know where a jazz song is going to go, especially live, until it gets there. Let's see, Terry Davis. Who's Terry Davis? Is that someone you want to talk about? Don't know who Terry Davis is. Poor man says, you know what? I feel for you. I don't know why that made me laugh. It's almost inhumane. Tried his 15 pump seal routine. And for him, it doesn't look like anything. That's what I mean, but he's got power to spare. Selma, my friend, how are you? It's nice to see you. Selma says hi. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Brian gassed. Optimum says blah blah blah. That sums it up. That sums it up perfectly, Timo. Timo says hello. How are you, my friend? Stuart says, our good friend Stuart the Fish Whisperer, I hope things are well with you. I hope the storm did no damage. Hello, Yogi, my spiritual leader. Don't wombat it, Yogi bear it. That's the philosophy. That's the motto of just a yogi doing burpees in his basement. I was listening to the Miracle Whip. Don't know if I want to introduce this in this conversation. It was quite a... I didn't see you as being argumentative. I saw you as being taking a passionate stand for what you believed in. I silently applauded you, Stuart. Someone says Puppy Mommy is doing a live stream, but I was on her live. She's doing a live stream now. With that being the case, let me at least want to pop in. I want to share her out. She is live. Well,
what
Selma,
kind of haul, though? What kind of haul do you think they did?
Selma, I appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. All right, so wanted to hit the like. I wanted to leave a comment, and I will go back in a minute and share. I don't want to fall too far behind. Let's see. Hey, Sabine, how are you? Sabine says hello, Yogi Eric. Yeah, I saw Stuart supporting Stuart the Fish Whisperer too. I didn't hear him say his favorite mayonnaise though. Skit says, what's new, Skits? Did my previous message not come up? I don't see it, Skits. What did you say? Someone says I was going to chat with her, but my sister did something my chat. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Selma. I hope everything's okay. Sweet says hello everyone in the chat. Timo says hello, second best fisher from the Western world, Stuart. Second best. We were okay with the win. I'm glad to hear that. Stuart says hello, Timo brother. Selma says yes. I don't know, Selma. What do you need help with? Speed says slow to Steward. One thing Shank came up from Skits. He said something about his previous. YouTube's been weird. So Sean's messages aren't coming up. He just mailed me. I could try, Selma. Let's see. Dark, what is that? Dark Zabicki? Did I say that right? Says hi. Hello, my friend. Let's see. Yogi, can you pass a message to Bob if he comes in? Trying to phone him, please. I can, definitely. Skit says, yeah, it seems it's working now, right? It just said, evening, Eric, in chat. How's everyone's day? Must have come through. Hope you had a wonderful day. I did have a wonderful day. Nothing, huge. But the little things add up, Hey, I saw a very large red-bellied woodpecker doing what woodpeckers do, which is, pecking on trees. And I got to film it several times. That alone made my day. You see something like that? I also saw I think it's called a small heron. Looks like a blue heron, but it's darker. Really pretty. It is 11:33 in Switzerland. We have to say goodnight. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, Timo. You and Sabine, thank you guys. I know, let's just say, I know, when it's been a long day and you really want to go to bed, but you took the time out to stop in to say hi to a friend. So I just want to say how much I appreciate that. Hey, T. Optimop says hi to T. And T is saying goodnight. Smith says, good night, everyone. Sleep well. Bless you all. Bless you, my friend. T says, Woodpecker Garden once was awesome to watch. I will post the video maybe tonight. It's pretty cool. Selma says, I love Puppy Mummy. She is a wonderful person. One of my favorite people, Selma. T says, night, Sabine. Selma says, I love you. I love you too, my friend. Skit says, good night, Sabine. Sleep well, my friend. So, hey, Skits, you working on anything new? Let's see, T says, Yogi, I sent the details requested to PM. Gotcha. Okay. So right after the live stream, we will take care of that. Selma says, is Puppy Mummy mad at me? She hasn't said so to me. She does not seem the type of person that would get mad. If she's live, why don't you stop in? She seems like, someone who does not get mad often or easily and would get over it very quickly if she was. There we go. T says hi to Skits, Selma, and Stuart. T says, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome. Skit says, I love your nature shorts, Eric. And not specifically at the moment. I'm going to try and make a vlog this week sometime. Nice. Looking forward to that. And thanks for the, hey, thanks for your comments today on my shorts. I don't do anything. I don't edit anything. I've had people comment sometimes, like, why is it so shaky? And it's because it's a handheld little camera. I was running or walking fast and I saw something and it might have been high up, or it might have to climb up on a rock to catch it, or I might be on the ground or whatever. It's a nature short. I'm out there. I'm in nature. I'm doing stuff. So I point and I shoot. Nothing special. No tripod. No, you know. Basically, the way I want it is just raw, unedited nature as I see it. Sort of, inviting people to my world. There's a whole lot of great professional nature vloggers, videographers. They do an excellent job. Those are the people to visit. But if you just want to see what nature looks like to a guy who's out running in the woods with a camera, I'm your guy. Selma says, it says subscribers only mod. You're subscribed to her, right? Just go on in, Selma. You know she loves you. Skit says, hi T, how's it going? T says, Skits, I'm not well at the moment. Been in bed all weekend. Hey, Share Bear, I appreciate you coming in again. Hello again, we're working in the background. I appreciate that. T says, hi to Share Bear. Someone says, I'm scared to lose all you guys because I'm going to cry. Guys are a very supportive channel to me. You will not lose us. It will not happen, my friend. Can I have Toy Pups link? I don't know if I can do it, T. Because I'm on my desktop. And with the vertical streams, if you drop from your desktop, I think it goes back to the original link. Oh, however, our good friend ShareBear did it. Thank you, Share. Much appreciated. Do you see it, T? Hey, Jace. Jace says, howdy, could not find the live. You got here just in time, though. How are you? T says, it's good, long-term sick, and that health condition has flared up. Oh, I'm sorry, I see the, Skit says, I know, I'm so sorry to hear that, T. Sending you all my love and healing powers. I hope you feel better soon, my friend. Let's see, Share provides the link to Love Our Toy Pups. Do you see it, T? T says, hi Jace, they had it from my YouTube home screen. Like I said, YouTube's been weird. Skit says, Jace, brother, good to see you. Hope you had a great start to your week. That's right, it's Monday, isn't it? Born Boy says, I'm deloading this week. Had a bit of food poisoning. What'd you get food poisoning from? How do you make out during your deload? That drives some people crazy, and for other people, it's exactly what they need. Sure says, T, I'm sorry, praying for you. There are lots of supplements that cure everything. Example, black cumin seed. Not sure what you have, but there is cure for everything. Thank you, ShareBear. Someone says hi to Jace. Also says hi, Runner Boy, or hi, brother Skits, and Runner Boy. Hey, Carl. Carl says good evening, everyone. Good evening, Carl. How are you? Skit says, OICT. I hope that becomes more manageable for you. Jace waves at Carl. Sherbert says hi to Carl. Soma says, Jason want puppy mummy. Soma, I'm sure it's okay if you stop in. Boy says, no clue how. Just light 50% of ordinary workout. Gotcha. It's good to say, Austin, how's it going? Austin says hi to everyone. Cher's saying hi to Jace. Selma says hi to Share Bear. Give me 1 second, guys. She says, Share Bear, thanks. Take some supplements, but I need to see a naturopath or someone to have MA chronic fatigue syndrome. You know what? Naturopath might be just the thing. Skit says, evening RB. Carl saying hi to Jace. Soma says, Jace, can you tell Puppy Mommy to mod me? It's Lebo Toy Pups, Jace. Carl is using my new channel. So, is a new channel is... Let me make sure I'm subscribed to you. I am not. But I am now. What's going on with the new channel? I like it, Carl. He says, yes, I feel whatever we need is put on this earth for its understanding at all. For us understanding it's all. T says, Runner Boy, hope you feel better soon. Could have been all those M&Ms. Be right back. Jumping out of the room to use the link. Gotcha. Sure says, Bumblebee T. Yes, they say black human seeds cure everything but death. Check it out. I take mine in oil of oregano. I've heard good things about oil of oregano. But yes, you just have to find out what works for you. I'm going to look into black cumin seeds. Thank you for that. T says, Shiver, I've heard about oil of oregano too. I did figure out who Chad Ryan was, and he is supposedly blocked. It would not surprise me if he somehow finds a way back, as he was removed as a moderator, but somehow was able to continue messing with things. We'll see what happens. Hey, if he does come back and he ever wants to talk, just a weird thing to do, you know? Why pick on one person? Selma says, hit the like button, guys. Thank you, Selma. What did you do yesterday? I did almost the same thing I did today. I meditated, I breathed, I did yoga, and I repeated that all through the day. I went out and I walked in nature several times, did my live streams. That's about it. That's life. That's life for me, guys. I have a very monk-like existence. Finally. Meaning there was a time when I actually thought of joining an ashram, a yogic ashram, or a monastery. But, you know, life happens. I got married instead. Carl says, thank you very much. You're welcome, Carl. Someone says, double tap the screen and like the live, double tap your screen. I recognize that song, my friend. Hey, Easy. Easy says, good afternoon. Easy, that was a pretty important insight that you had. Jay says, Selma, puppy, mommy doesn't know me. I've only recently connected with her. Selma says hi to Easy. Jace waves it Easy. I do a live stream on Saturday. You had one on Saturday, or you got one coming up? I think I saw your live stream on Saturday. That was on your regular channel, right? Let's see. That's Lover Toy Pup song. Yes, it is. I recognized it. Easy says, I agree. My mind is very much at peace. So here's the thing, Easy. I've read this morning. This is the beginning of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Probably the most important book in yoga. Maybe even with the Bhagavad Gita, or second, maybe first. It begins with an introduction. Welcome to the teachings of yoga. The second one is primary. This is what yoga is. Yoga is experience, meaning union of everything. Yoga is experience in that mind which has ceased to identify itself with its vacillating waves of perception. I read that earlier today. But because of that conversation this morning, because of your insight that you shared with me, I've been thinking about it more and more. That's the entirety of yoga. Stilling the mind, when you catch that glimpse of stillness beneath the vacillating thoughts of the mind, and you see how quiet, how silent, how still everything actually is. You're no longer projecting. When you're no longer projecting, how you perceive the world changes. When you cease to project, you now extend. We project fear, we project guilt, we project grievances, but we extend love, and only love. Yoga has an ancient path outlining how to get there. What I love about the Course in Miracles is they don't disagree. Course in Miracles is very much westernized yoga, westernized Buddhism. But they say, here's a shortcut. Forgive, but forgive correctly. Forgiving means that you are saying you're not making something. You are literally getting rid of the veils that keep you from realizing that beneath the projections is love itself. So you're undoing the projections. You're undoing the perceptions through the act of forgiveness by not making it real, not making that act that seems to be done against us, not making it real. It will be experienced as real. Your perceptions will say this is very real. Your hurt feelings or your hurt body are going to say it is extremely real. However, forgiveness as offered through this path says it isn't. It isn't real because only love is real. Underneath the vacillating mind, there is only love. And love, as St. Paul said, maybe I should read that again, and I will if you guys want. Love is patient, love is kind. All enduring, love never fails. So forgiveness takes us there. But it's a lifelong practice, which is good, because life will always present us things to forgive. So we proceed calmly, easily, patiently, kindly, lovingly, forgiving all the way until we're done. Who knows when that'll be? Supposedly, Bill Thetford, who was the co-originator of Course in Miracles, he was the person who took notes of the scribe, from the scribe. Towards the end of his life, he came down into the kitchen. He was visiting a friend, and he danced a happy dance. And they said, "What's up? You're so happy." And he said, "I am free of grievances. I have forgiven everything. I've forgiven the world. And it's only love." And they were going to go to a store, and she said, "Do you want to drive to the store with me?" And I said, "I'll walk." And he started walking, died of a heart attack, had a smile on his face. He was indeed done. happily so. I'm not saying we'll get to that point. I'm not saying we're going to die of a heart attack when we do. Who knows what's going to happen? But we proceed through life, forgiving all the way. All the way. Everything. No exceptions. Sorry, guys. Let's see. DCF says, watching live, you live from Israel. Be safe, my friend. I hope you're safe. So I'm really happy to hear that, Easy. Burner Boy says, I'll be live tomorrow, 2 times. You're going to do your regular and then an arm workout. Someone says, Puppy Mommy is amazing. She is amazing. I agree. She came in this afternoon and she was full of all kinds of great suggestions to help everyone's channels. Carl says it was on the new channel. All right, I guess I didn't see it then, as I just now was able to subscribe to you. Tisa Selma, I just popped into Puppy Mommy's. She's show room, subscribe, and say hello. Selma, how come you're not subscribed? You should be. I mean, I see you there every day. She says, okay, gotta go. Gotta head out. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you, and remember, God wins. Amen to that, my friend. Thank you. Let's see. Someone says, I need help because it says subscriber mod on mine. Have you tried to get in? Just go ahead and click on it and see what happens. Skits says, don't be sorry, Eric. That was beautifully said, my friend. Thank you, Skits. Sometimes I feel, I go off on a tangent like that, and I don't know if it is well served for the community or not. But when you find yourself speaking, hey, Ginger. Hello, guys. I missed you. Ginger, we were talking about you, Bumblebee T and I. She was talking how much she appreciates your humor. As I do. T says, Selma, I'm out in Puppy Room and I'm here. You sub, wait a few minutes and you're in. There you go. Bumblebee, tell her to mod me. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go on in. She'll mod you. T says, Ginger, good to see you. Hey, John, welcome back. Personally, it is hard to articulate the borders of the ego, but I think it starts when you have mental images or words about objects and people. It's a good surmise. And I agree. But it's when judgment begins to enter into that mental image, when we start to judge, saying that this person is different, this person is other, this person is dangerous, this person is useful. It's when, let's do some Googling, if you don't mind. It reminds me of a poem, short little poem, Rumi. Hey, Ian, how are you? Garden of the Mystics. Let me bring it up. I think I got it memorized, but I don't want to, to mess up the great words. All right, it's more of a little quote. I, you, he, she, we. In the garden of mystic lovers, these are not true distinctions. I, you, he, she, we. In the garden of mystic lovers, these are not true distinctions. So ego is the, who else said it? wonderfully George Harrison on Let It Be. I Me Mine. Don't know on what side it is. Here's some of the lyrics. All through the day, I me mine, I me mine, I be mine. All through the night, I me mine, I be mine, I be mine. Now they're frightened of leaving it. Everyone's weaving it, going on strong all the time. All through the day, I be mine, I be mine, I be mine. All I can hear, I be mine, I be mine, I be mine. Even those tears, no one's frightened of playing it. Everyone's saying it, flowing more freely than wine. All through the day, I be mine, I be mine, I be mine. That's the ego. Incessant. And the thing is, at some point, we go from the pure awareness, the pure beingness of an innocent child to that thought, mine. This is mine. For the rest of our lives, we go through distinguishing mine, mine, mine. Yours, but I wish it was mine. Yours, but I might take it and make it mine. Yours, you can have it. I don't want it anyway. It's ugly. Those are distinctions that are not made in the Garden of the Mystics. Ian says, going well here. Just purchased a music typewriter used on the turn of the century. Well, add to my music collection. Nice. You got anything on your page showing it? On your community page? It's good, says hi Ian. Hope you well, my friend. And you, Ginger. Toy Pup says, oh, did I miss? Hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pup says, someone hid you. I'll fix it. I didn't see you come in, but I knew you were here. You know why? Because I saw the lovely spam going on. Someone says, I'm live too. Carl says, good night. Good night, my friend. Someone says, I did try. It wouldn't let me in. Well, I'm glad that Toy Pups is here and she's going to fix it for you. Jace says, sleep time. See you in the morning. Be blessed all. Take care, Jace. So that was a good observation, John. Skid says, good night. Jace, sleep well. Toy Pup says, someone hid you. I fixed it. I read that. Ginger says, thank you. Thanks, you guys are awesome. But hey, can't have great days every day. But yes, the sun must be coming down from his power trip. He will be disciplined at 19. Well, that's sad to say. It's just what needs to be done. You know? As his father, the job never ends. Selma says, okay. Skit says, or Jay says, Skit's brother, sleep well, awake and refreshed. T says, Toy Pups, if you're live after yogi, I will be coming over. So you're still live now, Toy Pups? I was mentioning you and how much help you were this afternoon. I'm taking my little sleep supplement, herbal sleep supplement. All right. Toy Pup says, can you hear me though? I can hear you, my friend. Cat and Bread says, hello, everyone. Hey, Cat and Bread, how are you? It's time for sleep here in Ireland. Have a good night's sleep, my friend. Toy Pup says, Toy Pups, I could when I dropped in and put a message in chat. Let's see. Bang Chan Lee says, hi. Hello, my friend. Skit says, nightly, night tea. Much love. I'm going to listen for 5 more minutes, then head off to get some sleep too. Well, thanks for hanging in there with me, Skits. Ginger says, wow, jealousy? Where's that? Ginger says, Yogi, not to sound flamboyant, but you are a breath of fresh air. Oh, thank you, Ginger. You know what? Nothing flamboyant about it. Just trying to be a friend. You know why? One, we could all use one all the time. Also, they're hard to find online, you know? So if I can just be a friend to someone, it reminds me Ram Dass. I mentioned this earlier in our friend Daisy's chat. Ram Dass, the famous yogi, started out as Richard Alpert, Harvard Psychedelic Club, with Timothy Leary, got fired from Harvard, went to India, found his guru, became a yogi, wrote famous books, but he was a really good person because he went through it all, the highs and the lows, and he did it in the public eye. When he was asked towards the end of his life, why are we here? What's the purpose in life? And everyone expected this very deep, profound yogic knowledge, maybe from the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads, words from Krishna. And he said, he thought about it, he paused, and he said, you know, I think we're here and we're just walking each other home. That was it. We're just walking each other home. I took that to heart, and I think of that virtually every live stream. Can we just walk each other home? Can we be each other's friends? For, you know, I'm live for an hour. Can we be friends for an hour? T says, I'm saying skits. Crystal, I do remember you, Crystal. You were here to vote. And I appreciate your vote. Ian says, I got a photo of it on my community post, but it's from Google. The one I'm getting, I'll do a video of it. Gotcha. Nice. Looking forward to that. T says, Selma, I didn't understand that you were hidden. Sorry. It's okay, T. I don't think any of us did. I don't think even Selma. I'm sorry that happened. Skit says, thank you, and I hope you have the best week, brother. The music typewriter sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to picture what that actually is. I might have to research that. Keep shining and smiling, my friend, and you chat. Thank you, Skits. Ian says, T, doing well. It's not too hot here, thankfully, 8 a.m. T says, does it type musical notes? It's a good question. We get some instructions from Toy Pups. Selma, unsubscribe, then resubscribe to me. Cat and Bread says, I'm doing great. Thanks. I'm glad to hear that. T says, Yogi, I'm late with supplements, but I'm doing it now. I just took mine. Ginger says, where is your random background? What do you mean, Ginger? Ian says, greatly appreciated skits. Staying back at you. And Ginger says, when you're talking about a kid saying mine, yours, share. Oh, what talking about the Beatles song? He says, or Ian, Bumblebee, absolutely, it was for a composer before computers, before the pen. Hey, you know what? Now I know what you're talking about. That's remarkable when you think about it. Ginger says, I don't. Crabs lost. They did lose. Finally. It took a while. It was a very deep, very profound battle. We could say, battle of the ages. But in the end, turtles prevailed. Righteousness prevailed. Skid says, much love, Eric, brother. I'm going to get some sleep. I have my well-being group in the morning. We'll catch you all tomorrow. Sending you all love and positive vibes. Thank you, Skits. Have a good group session tomorrow. Toy Pup says, try to comment now. Selma says, I did Puppy Mommy. I'm going to cry. Selma, it'll be figured out. Toy Pups is very smart. She knows her way around YouTube. So she will figure it out. She will get you back there. No time at all. Okay, so Selma, you're not hidden, hun. Maybe a tube issue. It has happened to a few recently. Thank you, Jace. Skit says, night, everyone. Toy Pup says, don't cry. Be patient. Yep, she is figuring it out. Someone says, Puppy Mama, you found me? Junior says, remember, put random stuff behind you. Gotta have the random stuff. I am all about random stuff. I think the one true thing that Mocha loves about me is that I'm random and I say random things. Because she brings that up all the time. He says, Ian, do you read music? I'm struggling with the notes near end of music, and it's awesome song on drums. Can we talk on PM or email? At the moment, I'm resting as sick. Easy says, you think that's the state that Buddha spoke about? I do think that's the state that the Buddha was speaking of. That is nirvana, the end of projection, the vacillating mind. Remember, there's some deep distinctions between Buddhism and yoga, but they share more between them. And A Course in Miracles is often referred to as the Vedanta, which is yogic text, or Buddhism for the Western mind. And they share some metaphors between them. Love Toy Pup says, yes. Stuart says, what's happened? Our friend Selma was unable to connect with Love Our Toy Pups for some reason. But we're getting it worked out. They're getting it worked out. That's it. Bob hasn't been in yet, though. Someone says it was Emperor Puppy Mommy. Toy Pups, how long you staying live? I come over after here. Junior says, for real, Yogi, start audiobooks. Thank you, Ginger. I wonder how doable that is to read my old books in an audio form. I'll look into that. T says, Ian, up ahead, 2 messages. He says, Bumblebee reading music, absolutely, 100%. It is second nature for me. The most important thing is in music, take your time and don't rush. It's all built on skill. Selma says, Puppy Mommy, it was Emperor. Let's see. Songahan says, Selma, we miss you. And hi, Eric. Hello, my friend. How are you? They're working it out, Selma. So let's see if Toy Pups is going to stay live. I'm going to get an hour in. It's pretty much what I've been trying to do is an hour live stream. T says, Ian, I'm sure you know the famous song. It's been done by Simon and Garfunkel. Email and Facebook message. Which song? Hey, easy. Remind me in the morning, and we'll talk. We'll talk about that, the state that Buddha was talking about. This, man, easy. That's so important. Whenever some of the very deep esoteric stuff comes up that people want to talk about, whenever conspiracy theories people want to talk about, and that, you know, the deep state controls this, or there's people at the top manipulating. And I always want to point out that if you don't know your own mind, who cares who's manipulating you? You're manipulating yourself. Your ego is manipulating you. You are being led by your base desires. You're being led by that I, me, mine mind. By all your aversions, all your attachments, by sheer ignorance of who you think you are. You're being led by fear. And you're projecting it outward, and you're making a world in which you perceive yourself being controlled. It's projection. It's a metaphor. A deep state controlling you. Maybe. It doesn't matter. Because if it wasn't deep state, you're still not in control of your own mind. It's going everywhere. As it says in that first sutra from Patanjali, yoga is known by the mind that ceases to identify. It doesn't say it stops. It no longer identifies with the vacillation of the mind. So it's no longer identifying with the motion of the thoughts. It's identifying as the stillness, as the pure awareness, absolute love that never changes. Course in Miracles says we get there through forgiveness. Buddhism offers the Eightfold Path, which is a great path, if it's your path. Yoga offers the 8 limbs of yoga. For me, man, that's one of the ways to do it. So much wisdom. Path, a lifetime of meditation. Course in Miracles says meditation is helpful. Definitely meditate. But you can get there sooner. You can save yourself literally lifetimes through the practice of forgiveness. Let's see. T says, Yogi, it's a famous song. You have to wait. I can wait. You finish playing it. I practiced it for months. So I'm looking forward to it, T. Easy says, okay, I will. And Toy Pup says, how do you know? Undo it. And that, okay, Selma, I believe you. She's helping you, Selma. T says, hi, easy. Anyone else I miss? Toy Pup says, hi. I think it was admin. Ginger says, conspiracy theory is where I draw the line. You are being educated by one or the other. It's like having 2 best friends hate each other. In the end, they have coffee. I like that metaphor. I agree. The bottom line for me is, are you at peace? Are you at true peace? Peace with yourself, peace with the world. Are you ceasing to project and you are extending yourself as love? If it doesn't bring you that, then dismiss it. It's worthless. It's just a shiny toy that keeps you from experiencing true peace. And people often want to argue. And they say, oh, no, 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 this is the way. And my answer is always fine. I don't care. If it's your path, that's absolutely fine. But I hope it brings you peace. I don't see it. I don't see people who follow that line truly at peace. How could they be? Song says, we are here, Selma. Well, thank you guys for being there for her. Much appreciated. So yeah, I agree, Ginger. Easy says, forgive those who attack you. I think that is the essence of what Jesus said. It all makes sense now. Here's the amazing thing, Easy. It's not just forgiving those who attack you. It's seeing that you were not attacked at all. That it's an illusion. If only love is real, how can something unreal affect you? When Jesus was on the cross and he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, I don't think more profound words were ever spoken. He is saying they're caught in the illusion. They don't know what they're doing. They are caught in yoga, the 5 kleshas, the 5 afflictions of the mind. They're caught in their aversions, their attachments, their fear. They don't know what they're doing. And more importantly, Jesus said, forgive them, Father, because the ego will never forgive. The ego forgives with condition, but it's not true forgiveness. The ego says, I forgive you because I'm a better person. I forgive you because I want to show you how loving I am. I forgive you, but I'm going to keep my eye on you. All conditions. True forgiveness is undoing the effects through forgiveness. Saying, I know there's another way of perceiving this. And turning it over, knowing that the ego won't forgive, so we turn it over to the Holy Spirit, or we turn it over to Krishna, or we turn it over to Buddha consciousness. Whatever the source that connects us to that ultimate state of love, Buddha, Krishna, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, it's all the same voice. It's all the same consciousness. We turn it over. We're undoing the world. Gary Renard wrote a wonderful book on A Course in Miracles called The Disappearing of the Universe. When you undo perception, the universe disappears, and we see the reality of only love. Toy Pops says, hi guys. Hey Theme. Theme, how are you? Hi Tandra. Selma says, you guys, I need your help. Puppy Mommy and Sango. I think they're hard at work on it right now, Selma. Junior says, forgive the trespassers and, stranger danger. You know what? I had just said no more profound words were ever spoken, and Ginger just proved me wrong. He came up with something even more profound than that. I think I could base an entire philosophy upon forgive the trespasser and yell stranger danger. And don't forget, you got to flee. You have to flee afterwards. You don't want to just hang around and see what happens. You yell stranger danger and then you flee. Junior says, yep, make your path and mess it up. Well, eventually you find and get lost and you can't find your way back. Yeah, I agree. Just because it's a web and you get more and more tangled up as you go in, deeper and deeper, and I literally have seen lives destroyed. Easy says, what an incredible phrase he says on the cross. Is there any more beautiful phrase to utter before the time of death? He gave it all over to God. The ultimate act of surrender. Now here's the lesson of the cross. We have made the cross an object of suffering, a symbol of suffering. But Jesus in the Course in Miracles says, here's the lesson of the cross. We can all survive our own moment of crucifixion. We can all survive our own crucifixion. The only lesson of the cross. That's it. We'll all have that moment. People will seek to crucify us. We will seek to crucify ourselves. We will seek to crucify others. However, in any moment, we can choose the crucifixion. We choose to crucify others or ourselves, or we could choose the resurrection, giving everyone a moment of rebirth. That's the great undoing. I see you in your original innocence. That's the nature of Namaste. The original innocence within me recognizes and salutes the original innocence within you. Course in Miracles talks about Genesis. In the Bible, it says God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. Adam is the primordial essence, the archetypical pattern of humanity. Caused him to fall into deep sleep. However, nowhere in the Bible does it ever say that Adam woke up. Adam is dreaming that he is separate from God, and was kicked out of the garden. But Adam is still asleep, dreaming that he is separate from the Creator himself, herself, whichever you prefer. But it's just a dream, just a dream. We are not separate from each other. We are not separate from God, not separate from the source. It's an impossibility. However, because one of the basic tenets, ideas leave not their source. We are an idea in the mind of God, breathed into existence. And we have the same inherent powers of creation. However, because we are caught up in our projections, causing the world that we perceive, we are so powerful. Look at the world that we've created. Do you want a better world? You have the power of the source because you are the source. Create a better world that is already in existence. You just need to remember it. Tandra says hi to Selma. Ginger says, the end of the path is when you lose your loved ones, parents, etc. Then you make your own kids. Keep it clear. When they follow you, you had time to run. You did. It's when they come back. I'm just letting that digest, Ginger. Can you clarify it just a bit? Someone says, guys, it was Emperor because I know he did this. Toy Pup says, Selma, we will always find you. Since yesterday, you are missed. Selma, what a loving message from Toy Pups. They will always find you. Think how safe you are. Love our Toy Pups will always find you, my friend. And look, we've got other friends. We got Song here saying, I was wondering today where Selma is. Toy Pup says, it's always safe in here, Selma. These guys are safe and protectors. We do our best. T says, sorry, I had to step back out now. Toy Pup says, Selma, let's spam hearts. T says, hi to Tandra. Toy Pup says, I'm glad you came here, Selma. Yep, hey, Toy Pups knows where to find you. Oh, I got you, Ginger. That's what I was thinking. Meaning you have kids, you can't run no more. And wow, your running days were stopped short. Ginger, here's what amazes me about you. At 16, by all logic, you should have ran. 99% of teenagers, 99% of 16-year-olds would have run. You stood. You declared your space. Said, this is who I am. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, my friend. Easy says, I know I'll fall back into the illusion, but I hope the wisdom will help guide me out of it. The way out of the illusion, we forgive. Remember that we surrender everything to, let me know which term you prefer. Again, in the Course of Miracles, Holy Spirit or Jesus, and it's interchangeable. Hey, Tim. Nice to see you, my friend. It is interchangeable. So we have two voices in our mind at all times. One is the voice of the ego, and it is always wrong. Always wrong. It is the voice of demands. I demand things to be my way all the time. And when it doesn't get its way, because how could it? Then it's going to sulk. It's going to be angry. It's going to project. Because it will never get its way. The other voice is the voice of the Holy Spirit, which is the intermediary. It's our true voice. It's our connection to the silent whisper of God. Which voice do you want to listen to? When you are experiencing anything that is not love, you're listening to the ego. That's fine. But now you have maybe the only choice, maybe the only free will that we have is to deny the ego. Just recognize it. You don't have to do anything special. We just recognize it. And we choose the Holy Spirit. We choose love. This is why one of the lessons, I can choose love instead of this. I can choose peace instead of this. Junior says, your kids have to run little or not much, just enough to get tired and bored. That makes sense. That makes sense. Tandra says, Ginger's, what if you didn't? You would live a perfect life. What would be a perfect life? Stoma says, yay, I love Puppy Mommy. She does have your back. T says, Selma, can I advise next time you think you are hidden in the chat, tag someone with their screen name, then the symbol @ then the @ symbol, and ask if you can be seen. If someone has a cry toy hidden you or has. Gotcha. We got some hearts from Toy Pups. Toy Pups says, Selma, you are my hero. I'd love to see that, guys. Tim says, Bumblebee. T says, Selma, done it out of spite. If you have grievances sometimes with others and not yourself, but it happens accidentally. Toy Pups, I think he timed you out, maybe. T says, Selma, Toy Pups is sorting it out for you. Keep calm. All will get sorted out, as Toy Pups said. It's safe here. Tim says, Toy Pups. Ginger says, yes, laughing out loud, ego is big in my family. Racist right now. Yeah, it is the underpinning of family dynamics. Sadly. However, every single person is our spiritual teacher because they're giving us that opportunity. Can I choose love instead of this? Remember, I keep promising I would read this again, and I will. I probably read it once a day. We think of love in terms of affection. Don't. Or not totally. As love is bigger than that. Love is all encompassing. This is what St. Paul, Letters of the Corinthians, has to say. Love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous, it is not pompous, it is not inflated, it is not rude, it does not seek its own interest, it is not quick-tempered, it does not brood over injury, it does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Endures all things. No exception. Doesn't make a single exception. It's one of the most beautiful things in the Bible, I think. And it is echoed by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Thank God for Google. Krishna teaches in the Bhagavad Gita that love is the fundamental force that sustains the universe. It's not just a fleeting emotion. Krishna teaches that true love is unconditional and that it's characterized by giving without reason, caring without exception, and talking with intention. Love is about acceptance. Love is about mastering your thoughts and emotions. It's about being selfless. Love is about loving without fear or doubt. Love is about respecting and trusting others. So you can see Krishna, Jesus, St. Paul, all speaking of the same thing. Ginger says, hey. So the key isn't to fight the ego. The key isn't to try to eradicate the ego. The key is to simply be aware of the ego. When you are aware of the ego, it means you've taken away the very substance of its belief in itself. You can no longer take it quite as seriously as you used to. Because now you know, you are not the ego, you are the awareness in which the ego exists. It begins to diminish on its own. And forgiveness is the great undoing. That's all it is. It is the great undoing. Someone says, someone help me, please. I'm scared of Emperor. Hey, Selma, it might have been an accident. I don't think you did anything. Selma, I think they're trying to figure it out. Song says, Puppy Mama, if you're still here, I know something you could try. Excellent advice from Song. Thank you. Ginger says, living a perfect life is when you know better, young or old. I can't argue that. Let's hope we get there. Let's hope we get there. Toy Pup says, be right back. Song says, try what I wrote. Someone says I was positive. You're always positive. Hey, Selma, don't blame yourself for what someone else did. And again, it might have been an accident. So we're going to shut things down in just a little bit. Got a few things to do before I go to bed. Hey, Runner Boy is going to be live 2 times tomorrow. Keep an eye out for him. I think our friend Skeeter is still up, live streaming it. He is. Always good to see people who enjoy what they're doing so much. All right. Someone says I can't breathe. Doesn't have the live comments. Toy Pup says we'll figure it out. You will. I have no doubt. Toy Pups knows her way around YouTube. She might be a YouTube genius. She might just be a genius across the board. What I do know, genius or otherwise, is that our friend Lover Toy Pups is an incredibly loving person. She's got your back, Selma. She will figure this out for you. For sure. Ginger says the Australian danger and then flee. That's my new philosophy. That might be the topic for my next book. That's one that is going to stick with me, Ginger. Y'all stranger danger and then flee. I will write that down. The big book of things I will always remember. I will soon be in need of a new big book. I got to see if I can figure out how to work that into a blog. Can I get a spiritual perspective on y'all stranger danger and then flee? We will see. Someone says, thank you, Puppy Mommy, and Songa for supporting me. She's my hero. She's a wonderful person. All right, guys. I got to wrap things up. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Appreciate you putting up with me. It was a fun live stream. I will be back at 5 a.m. We'll continue from Course in Miracles. I think what I might do is start at the beginning. And we'll work our way through there. Someone says it's not my fault. Nope, it is not your fault, my friend. Definitely do not blame yourself. Yogi, don't forget the PM. I will do that as soon as I take my phone off the stand. Thank you. Someone says someone will figure it out. My cat's saying you better get to bed. Get away from Tandra. Thanks for hanging out, Tandra. Very much appreciate it. All right. I hope to see some of you tomorrow. Whenever. 5 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock again. Thanks. That's it. I'm going to see you guys later. Take care.